Okay, so I'm like freaking out. Super, super excited, and as everyone else has gone, that's like quite the startup picture. So you guys are probably like, oh, they're nut jobs. But we're the Pages, and so when we first got selected as a finalist, we were like, how are we going to talk to all these people and actually talk for 15 minutes? We didn't think it was going to happen. And then once we actually started looking back into our business and planning this presentation, we don't know how we're going to get it all in 15 minutes or 14 minutes and 26 seconds. So there's just so much to talk about. So we're going to try to keep it fun and keep it fast, and hopefully you get a lot out of it. All right, so in a nutshell, I was going into kindergarten. At the same time, Chris was going into the Air Force.
Terrible picture. I did not rob the cradle, though, until she was 21.
He waited until it was officially legal. Now, the funny story, real quick, my dad hooked us up, but he didn't realize he was 17 years older, and then he couldn't backtrack because we were already in love.
Yeah, it's too late.
So I started my first job at Ponderosa Steakhouse at 16, and that's when Chris actually started working at the gym that we bought. I started teaching group fitness at the gym that he managed. We started dating, we fell in love, we got married, came home from our honeymoon, and bam, bought the business. So about a month later, we were like, what are we thinking?
What did we get ourselves into?
We fired the staff that was there. We hired new staff. We did construction to create a bigger group fitness studio.
Mistake.
1 year later, we were still in this loophole of like, what are we thinking? Like, we can't get out of this. And then we came to Mega Training in 2010, became VIP clients soon after. A little overwhelmed, but we try to get straight to work.
They just throw it all at you.
We had baby number one, Zachary. Planet Fitness came into town. At that point, we were a membership-style gym. They wiped out 500 members, and we only had 700 to start. Almost went bankrupt. We rebranded, completely changed the vision of our business. We fired the staff again.
We were really doing a good job at this point.
I was good at one thing, and it was firing. I finally read Good to Great, which if you haven't read that, of course you have to read that. We hired the right people for the right seat on our bus, and we brought on our first program, our second program, our third program. We completely transitioned from a membership-style gym to a training facility. So if Tony's in here, we didn't burn the equipment, but we sold it.
We did get rid of it.
So we had, just 6 months ago, baby number 2, Tyler. We've done some incredible things here. We've met some incredible people, and we have had a 480% increase in our training revenue. All right.
We're done.
Yeah.
So that was, that's our life flashing before our eyes, and I'm sure a lot of people here have had similar things going on in their life where your head's spinning. But it all started for us when we bought the business in 2009, and we were that shiny new object, all of a sudden there's this new thing in town and everybody's excited and people are coming through our doors and we're just busy, we're making money. We thought, we didn't know anything about business, we didn't know our margins, we weren't really making any money. It appeared that way.
So 6 months later, we outgrew our 10,000 square foot, literally packed like sardines. I remember us looking out from our office and we're like, what are we going to do? Like, we can't fit one more person in here. Still aren't making money. Like, we're going to have to go buy more equipment. Like, we're going to need a new space. And so our members were unhappy because they just couldn't really have a space to work out if they wanted to. And we had a smart idea, like, well, we'll just create a bigger group fitness room. And so, stupidest idea, but hindsight, we started construction.
Yeah, that was the duh moment. So here we are a year later, and she's pregnant, and I'm on the email list for MPE, and I gave in. I'm like, we got to do something, and we don't know what we're doing. And I really just felt strongly that I had to be here, and she didn't want to come. She was sick, and pregnancy, how hard can it be? And so we came down. We scrapped together like every little dime we had, literally emptying our change buckets, trying to figure out like how can we get to this conference. So they host the VIP luncheon, and we're like, well, we're going, because we can't buy lunch. And next thing we know, we're signing up for the VIP program. The best thing we ever did.
So we came home, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have either been there or you're going to be there. You come home and you're super excited. But we had a lot to fix. And I think it was number 7 on Sean's rules earlier. We needed to get our crap together, for sure. So we came home. We were super excited to our staff, but we needed to really hone in on some things that were crucial. We needed massive action because you can't do everything all at once. So number 1 was our team was disastrous. As you saw, we hired, fired. We needed to rebrand our company and completely change the vision. We needed to grow training towards our new vision, and we needed to get a handle on our numbers. So the first thing was really the biggest thing, and that's why it's number 1. Our team was a disaster. So we come home from Mega Training, and at this point, we're charging $29 for members, and we are a membership-style gym. So I'm like, we went to this awesome conference, and we're going to be a training facility, and we're going to start charging $300. You guys are going to get paid more. And we were like super excited, and they were freaking out.
They were freaking out.
They were like, the economy sucks. You know, I'm going to have to go find another job. You guys are crazy. Like, there's no way. And
trainers
so
are part-time, making, $15,000 a year, and they're thinking, I'm never going to make any money because nobody's going to join.
So I'm like, we were racking our brains, like, how are we ever going to get them to trust us? I mean, we knew we had NPE to back us, but they weren't here, and, it's so hard to portray all the information, that happens in 2 days. So I decided I was going to take them on a field trip. And, one thing we all know is that people are going to spend money where they see value. And I knew that our training and what we offered was a huge value, but I needed to get them to realize and get that head trash, away from them completely. So we went on a field trip. I had them pile in my car. I said, don't ask any questions. And we went to stop number 1, which is a local car dealership. So we met with a finance manager there, and she basically opened her books and shared the numbers. The average
Volvo dealership.
Yeah. The average ticket price for the car is $70K, and the average number of transactions a month is 60. So,
in a town of 55,000 people.
Yeah, pretty small. The stop number 2 is at a local spa where there's 24 girls working there, and they are like banging all day, 6 days a week. The average transaction there is $70, and it's nearly $4,000 or 4,000 people that walk through those doors in a month, which that's just like insane. And we do have a lead box there, by the way.
Yeah.
But I have some new ideas that I'm going to add to that. And then Starbucks. So their average ticket price for Starbucks is $6, and they have nearly 30,000 people that are going through their business. This field trip was like such an aha moment for our staff. We really, the issues that we've had since have been so small. This was a huge turning point. So if your staff has head trash, plan a field trip and a rocket. And we actually had a lot of fun too. So you can play this video, please.
Paid fitness field trip, yay!
So we kind of had fun with it.
Doesn't get any cornier than that, right? So number 2 on our list, this is where we decided, group fitness has got to go, memberships have to go. We just had to have a plan to get it out the door. So we had to rebrand everything. So we started out real slow doing this, and then we realized you just got to rip the Band-Aid off. And we cut the membership option. So, if you walk into the club and you got a $29 membership or a $350 training package, most people are going to be like, I'll just take the gym membership for now. So we got rid of it. Now you don't have an option, right? So group fitness was a sinking ship. So that was like our hole in the boat. Money's just going through there. So we knew that had to go too. Fast forward, we raised our rates twice, so our margins were at 53%. We couldn't figure out what we were doing. So all this, and NPE guys are like, you got to be over 70, 75%. So now we're at 83% on our margins. But when we rebranded everything. Anything that had to do with the club had to be rebranded. Anything that somebody saw in the community, it had to scream training. It didn't scream group fitness and memberships and walk on a treadmill, and it screamed training facility and training facility only.
So just real quick, on a side note, our number 1 lead generator for us, we're in a military community, and so people come to our town and they Google. And so we were getting a lot of leads from Google, and we're like, well, why don't we spend more time, and it doesn't cost anything, so spend more time in Google and figure out how we can get more leads. So we run this every quarter. We run this campaign where we put it out to our clients, and we ask for 20 new reviews. The first 20 to put in the reviews get entered into this contest, and what works for us is we give away a free month of training. And so solid, every 3 months we have new reviews coming through, and we get tremendous leads just having a Google place.
So this is where it got really ugly. So here we are. We're almost fully converted and Planet Fitness opens. She's pregnant with our second child. Planet Fitness opens up, and these are all of our members that we had were the people that we were going to internally market to convert them to training. Well, they wiped out 500. So 700 members, bing, we're down to 200. It was terrible. So now they're the shiny new object. We're no longer that beautiful thing in the sky. So rock bottom, right?
And this, just for reference, this isn't really his head in the toilet.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd kiss him afterwards
Yeah.
if it was anyways.
So literally, though, this was tough, and I'm sure there's people who here can put yourselves in that situation where you've really hit rock bottom, and that was us. I mean, it really it was tearing our marriage apart, which is emotional for me, and the business was just on. It was going down the tubes. Even though we were getting our stuff together, it was a disaster.
So we basically went to his parents, and we were like just at the edge of bankruptcy, and we went to his parents and asked for a loan. So they actually gave us the money that they were going to will to Chris and I when they passed away, and they were still, certainly living. So that really helped us kind of get through the hump. But and then number 4, which is super exciting, everything was in place now. We had made all the changes necessary, and now we just wanted to make some money.
We stick to the plan, and that was the deal. Is we hit rock bottom, but we stuck to the plan. We knew our mission, we knew our vision, and we weren't going to just turn around and start offering memberships just because Planet Fitness is offering memberships. So here's what happened: group fitness driven year 1, our revenue for training, $100,000. I mean, that's pretty nice, but. Planet Fitness opened, but our revenue we stayed on track with training. So revenue goes up $90,000. The next year, we're fully converted, and you could see there's a huge jump there, $230,000 in addition to what we did. So by staying focused, staying on the plan, today, year to date, so this is through September, we're at over $550,000 in training revenue only. And then you could just tell here what happened with us. If you look at the timeline, memberships going down, revenues going down, but we stayed on track with training, and revenue just skyrocketed. We just stuck with what we want. When you look at the net profit percent, we got our numbers together, and finally we're a profitable company. So everybody here can do this.
You can play the video, please.
Hi, I'm Jamie Wood. I'm the head trainer at Page Fitness Athletic Club. I've been with the club since we opened in 2009, and I can definitely say before MPE, we were just your average membership-based gym. Our training numbers were very low. I wasn't that busy. And when Chris and Jess suggested we're going to raise the rates, I had a lot of head trash. And I thought to myself, how on earth can we grow our club? We really seemed unorganized, and we didn't have any systems in place. So we were kind of flying by the seat of our pants. I could definitely say after MPE, Chris and Jess seemed a lot more confident and competent. And we now had systems in place so that we could give our clients a consistent, positive experience. Thank you, NPE.
My staff is always like, what would NPE do? We train them well. And then lastly, you need to have your why. So you need to know ultimately what's the most important for you and really what's driving you to be successful. And so for us, we wanted more time with our boys. So that's them. We just see these pictures actually a couple weeks ago, which you can't even resist that little tongue sticking out. We wanted more time to spend with our boys. We wanted the freedom to do what we want, when we want, and the girl's got to support her Starbucks habit, right?
Yeah, she's got a Starbucks habit.
So if you're that person sitting here today and you feel like you can't do this or you have no money, you definitely can. We're super humbled to be up here, and we just didn't ever see ourselves being in this position. So I just want to thank you, and yeah.
Have a good day.
Thanks.